He runs marketing at a 106-year-old wine brand and said, you know what, we've got to have a better version of QR codes to track attribution. He launched Joy QR on the side, spent $113,000 building the MVP. Now, over the last 30 days or over the last quarter, 16,589 scans across 58 QR codes distributed across TV, billboards, transit, print media, and packaging. It's helping him grow the brand. He opened it up to everyone else to purchase now. That can pay $5 a month to get access. They're doing $140 a month right now in revenue. But again, side project, eating his own dog food. We'll see what happens next. Hey, folks, my guest today is Dante Colombati. He's a techie, digital marketing pioneer, and marketing and design director at Rubioli Family Wines of San Antonio Winery. As the fourth generation of the 106-year-old San Antonio Winery, LA's largest and longest producing winery, he not only understands the importance of tradition, but has carried on the family legacy to help catapult the iconic winery to the national stage. Now, on the side, he's building a QR code and bio link builder. That's a shocker there, right? Called joyqr.com. We're going to dive into both of them today. Dante, you ready to take us to the top?
Let's do it. Nathan, the SaaS legend himself. Let's take it to the top.
What's the connective tissue between the winery and the QR business?
Oh my gosh. So funny story. I run all the marketing for one of our brands that my family owns. It's called Stella Rosa Wines. And we do a ton of out-of-home media, traditional, all types, holistically, a 360 approach. And I was trying to find a QR code that I can customize that could also be directed to a custom link and bio page. And that was where it all kind of started. I got aggravated by talking to
I assume this was for labels,
juggernauts.
Stella Rosa labels?
No, not just labels. Yes, on the back of labels, but also traditional out-of-home media like billboards, TV ads. And I was kind of frustrated how I just didn't want a black box that didn't fit. Look, we got style. You and I got style. It's all about branding and marketing and advertising. You want to have opportunity to kind of have a say in that style, I think, of that whole ad campaign. And so having a black box there sometimes isn't the prettiest thing.
I want to get people in your head though for a bit. I mean, a 106-year-old winery with Stella Rosa, which everybody knows. I mean, if you guys don't know it, just read you look in your wine thing now, you probably have Stella Rosa there. I mean, I imagine that is not a small business. So this must have been like a massive pain point for you to carve out time, go find engineers, and actually build joyqr.com.
Yeah, no, it was a struggle. Again, I was just getting frustrated because my team was actually kind of laughing. They're like, QR codes, like that's never gonna work, And I was like, look, I guarantee you. And this was early pandemic. I said, look, we put a QR code on our out of home or on our TV ads. Let's just kind of use that as another leverage to understand if our consumers are sticky enough and are willing to scan, and what do we have to lose? And lo and behold, we were probably one of the first brands to actually use QR codes during early pandemic. And believe it or not, people scan. And the more I got into it, the more I realized like it was driving me crazy not to be able to customize a QR code and direct it to a place other than a single link URL. So
what's the volume like? Yeah. How many QR code scans did Stella Rosa process last 30 days?
Let me look. We did 58.
Okay, so 58, and we just 58 scans or 58 QR codes?
No. We did 58 QR codes, and we're at 16,589
in the last 30 days.
In the last 30 days.
And those 58 QR codes are across your billboards, TV commercials, where else?
Yeah, TV commercials. We have out-of-home media. So transit, TV, print media, billboards, and I think I'm forgetting something, but and regular print. It could be flyers or whatnot, and also packaging. So we do a lot of interesting packaging for different Stella Rosa. I'm just using Stella Rosa as the example here. Different packaging, right? So seasonal packaging at Costco or whatnot. And we can actually engage our audience and drive them to contest or whatnot by the QR to a bio link page.
Oh, what's going on there, YouTube? Good to see you guys. Now imagine this. You love watching these interviews with SaaS founders, but imagine if we took all of the valuation data out from over 2,807 interviews I've done manually. Saves you a lot of time. Well, we've done this. We've built it into the beautiful interface inside of FounderPath. Check this out. I'll show you how you can access this in a second, but you log in, you connect your Stripe account, you see your valuation real time, you can see what it changed over the past 88 days, and even set goals for valuation this year. Now, the secret to valuation is there's many different ways to value a SaaS business. So the reason you're going to see 3 or 4 different valuations inside of your FounderPath dashboard, this is all free by the way, is because depending on who's doing the buying of your SaaS company, you're going to get a different valuation. A VC is going to pay a different valuation. Private equity firm is different. If you're going to do a minority sale, that's different. And if you sell the whole business, that's a different valuation. You can see all those when I hover over here. Right, so the teal is what a VC would pay, yellow is what private equity, and red is if you sold the whole thing outright. Now, what's cool about this is not built off random data. Again, you guys hear these interviews on YouTube. All these data are built from real-time valuation data points founders share with us on the show. So traction, 1.2 million, seed round, 3.7 raise, they sold 22% of their business. Go in here and filter by the event. Maybe you only want to see companies that have sold the whole business. Well, here are a bunch that have been acquired, the valuation and the multiple. Maybe you're going out right now and you're raising your seed round. Well, go in here and look at all this recent seed deals that went down, what they raised, what valuation they raised at, and what percent that they sold. There's never been a larger data set of SaaS valuations than what you can get now inside of FounderPath, and we're thrilled to bring it to you. All right, we're going to go back to the YouTube video here in a second, but if you want to check this tool out, if you want to jump in and sign up, you can check it out for free to get your valuation at this link, founderpath.com/products/valuations. Or if you go to founderpath.com and hover over products, click on get your valuation here and go ahead and sign up to give it a whirl. Again, all that valuation data live right inside the platform. I hope to see you there. All right, let's jump back into the interview. Of the 16,589 scans, can you track how many of them led to a sale?
You know what? We use a third party for that. So we do use a third party for that, but QR codes have been around forever, right? And it's nothing crazy, shockingly sophisticated really about them until, obviously in the last few years, iOS and Android decided to make it more, the QR code scanner be accessible on your phone, through your camera, right? And back in the day, you're like downloading all these apps to try to figure out, okay, what app is going to work with what QR company. But yeah, no, now the trackability, it's pretty, you get your how many scans, where they're coming from, the city, the state. You can get pretty granular on where they're coming from. Time breaks, type of system breakdowns, the typical stuff.
You've got a lot of creatives. I mean, it's Stella Time billboards in Colorado, Taste the Magic billboards, celebrate your party during election season. It's celebration with beautiful women. You've got them all.
Bro,
so
we're gonna have at the next SaaS conference. We're promoting it. We just came out with a new brandy with the artist Brandy. I gotta hook you up.
I would love. No, I love that, man.
As long as you have a QR code in the back of the stage, okay.
Done. This is interesting. So just to be clear, is the QR code Joy QR? Are you the only customer, or have you opened up for other people to pay for it?
Yeah. So our first technically our first line of code was in May of 2021, and then we created this kind of beta MVP thing in April of 22. And I had been using it with during that time for our brands. And then I opened it up and put some silly financial model behind it, totally underpriced the thing. And
how much? What were you charging?
Like $1.99 a month and $3.99 a month for the pro version. So there's a freemium. It's a freemium version. Then there's the plus for $1.99, and then there was the pro for $3.99.
I mean, Dante, Jesus. I mean, you might as well just be free, right?
at that time, MVP, buddy, just trying to get it
Yeah,
out there, see what happens, man.
yeah.
But yeah, we had a few people like just randomly be able to find it through probably my brands and signed up. And now, as of August, which about 5 months or so ago, we've actually put out new features, and now it's officially launched 5 months
Yeah.
ago.
And
So.
you've got $5 a month now, $13 a month. Is that the most expensive plan? 13 a month?
Yeah, that's the most. We do have between us, we have an enterprise version for hopefully agencies in the future, which we don't really have a financial. It's more kind of broken down depending on what they're kind of looking for. But we hope to get to that point because I think this is a really great tool because of the analytics and how you can organize and manage your campaigns.
Yeah.
Most importantly, like as you know, we have 20 campaigns just for that one brand, and be able to organize your QR codes, organize your bio pages, cross-reference which advertisement worked, right? Which one worked the most, was sticky enough, and you can compare that through our dashboard. So it's super easy to do
It
that.
makes tons of sense. How much money did you spend building it?
Yeah, I spent about my finance here, $113,000.
And what's that broken
today.
down as? Where'd it go?
Mm. It went all into uh, pretty much the beginning. Went through like a couple UX designers, one that didn't work out, just kind of trial and error, and then kind of finally found the right crew, the right team, and it went into UX UI and into development.
Yep. How'd you find the development firm that you used?
So a funny story for my personal brands, I used a company called TopTal to just do our company's websites, and from there, kind of built a bond and a friendship. After these projects were done, kept in contact with our developer Daniel, and he lives in Slovakia,
Yep.
and we kind of kept this relationship going. I was in the shower one day after getting mad about this company not being able to do this creative QR connected with a bio page, which you think this company, the leader in this space, would have this thing. And they gave me a little attitude, taking a shower, listening to your podcast, said, fucks, what would Nathan do? He would just say, go create the stamp SaaS
You did
software.
not. You did not. You thought, what would Nathan do?
I kid you not. Look, buddy, I've been listening since 2015, and
You're an
I'm not a
OG.
tech. I'm an OG. I'm not a tech guy, right? I'm like a CPG beverage advertising marketing guy. And so I was like, man, this is really neat. One day I'd love to try this out. And I'm hearing all these awesome entrepreneurs you have on your show. And I was like, what can I do one day? And after getting these email chains from this one large company about how like, oh no, it's not going to happen. We're not, like, thank you. And just keep checking in. Like, I'm going to refresh every day this company's page to see if they have this feature. I said, you know what? In my shower, I was like, let's just do this. Called Daniel in Slovakia, said, hey man, crazy idea. Let's go for it. Put the baby in the deep end of the water and just went
I
for it.
love.
And
I mean, the only
yeah,
what I find myself wondering, like when I look at your website. So what I love about your story is you built a tool for yourself. Like that is obviously like the most successful founders. This is always how it starts. The flip side to this is the largest QR code companies in the world. Their number one moat is SEO. Like they free QR code builder. Like they just freaking dominate. It's gonna be very hard for you to displace them. But where you can win, but see, you don't have this on your website. Where you could win is say streamline your digital marketing with Joy QR specifically for wine brands. And then feature your face and Stella. And then basically every wine brand uses you. But see, you might not want that because then they compete with you. So it's like this weird, the balancing act.
you know what? I just took some notes, so keep talking. But honestly, I think that's a great idea. Yeah, SEO and SEM. These guys are, I mean, one of the bigger competitors out there. I mean, he's like ex CEO of AOL, right? I mean, the amount of money that they got, looking at SEM Rush, and not that it's completely correct, but they are spending, hundreds of thousands of dollars a month.
Yeah. There's all these. There's
So
QR code generator, my QR code. I mean, you've heard of all these folks, but like they're not as beautiful as yours. They're nothing like that. They just get the job done and they rank really high on SEO because they've been around forever. I mean, by the way, my recommendation was not like I wouldn't do that. My question to you is, you don't necessarily want other wine brands using this if you think it's a massive advantage for Stella.
No, you know what? On the contrary, man. I think this is a
Okay.
tool that I think every winery, brewery, brand, if you're an influencer, I think should utilize a tool like this. And I think it's important. I think I'm not selfish. I think this is a tool that anyone can use, and it's kind of cool if other wineries use it.
Yeah.
Um, and I wouldn't be upset about that actually.
So how
I'd
many
be
paying
kind of
customers
happy.
today?
So we had a whopping 25 members and on the paid, and we have 6,700 on the free.
Wow, I mean that's pretty good. To what? 25 times 60 was that $1,500 a month in revenue? That's nice.
Actually, no, it's 25 users that we've had that are paying that actually were part of both the MVP. So there's a couple stragglers in there that
Oh,
hit
I see.
like
I
the
see.
199, 399, a month. So,
So what's MRR today?
we're
500 bucks?
it's 140.
140
Yeah.
bucks. I love this. This is ground
Yeah.
floor, baby. I love it.
140 bucks, brother. But
It's $2 of
it's good.
Stella wine or
Dude, it's
two
exact
bottles.
it's two bottles, maybe. Not even. I think it's actually less than two bottles.
That's awesome. Okay,
But
interesting. So,
yeah.
but you're building it. You're using it yourself. You're eating your own dog food. It's building the value of Stella. It's also now its own side project, which is great. How many folks are full time on it right now, or is it none? Just you and your engineers on Top Towel.
Yeah, no. So there's no top talent engineer anymore. That Daniel was just a buddy of mine that we kept after that contract, and so he's kind of my right hand CTO. But we only do this on the side. So I
Yeah.
only do this on weekends, and he puts in a couple hours a week. We have one full time engineer, also from Slovakia, and he is our boy, and he just rocks this thing out full time. And I think I got the SaaS bug, so this project's kind of almost at its completion. I think we will add a new feature for animated QRs, which I'm pretty excited about. I think we'll be one of the first to do like an animated QR that actually you can still scan and it has animation to it on on a digital TV or whatnot. So we have that feature, and then we'll probably move into another fun project in SaaS and keep the team rolling. So
Very cool, man. I love this. All right, let's wrap up here with the famous five. Number one, favorite book.
uh, it would be 0 to 1, Blake Masson and
No,
Peter Thiel.
number two, is there a CEO you're following or studying?
Yeah, gosh, like everyone's a CEO now. No, not really. I think just a
Number
little bit nugget
three,
from everybody.
but besides Joy, what's your favorite online tool for building the brand?
It kind of sounds funny, but Skype, Figma,
Yep. Number four, how many hours of sleep do you get every night?
I get 6 to 7.
That's good. In situation, married, single, kids.
Ah, man, I'm single, man. I heard from your last podcast I need to get some cheese platters and go hunt up some
Bro,
gatherings,
I'm also
some
not married.
parties.
It doesn't feel terrible, honestly. All right. And how old are you, Dante?
We're doing okay. I'm
Yeah,
37.
37. Last question. Something you wish you knew when you were 20.
20. I would say just go with your gut. I think a lot of people overthink things with their mind and over emotionalize with their heart. Sometimes you just gotta have that little pit in your stomach and then just go all the way and don't stop.
Guys,
Go
he
with your
runs
gut. Don't
marketing
let
at
other
100.
people.
He runs marketing at a 106-year-old wine brand and said, you know what, we've got to have a better version of QR codes to track attribution. He launched Joy QR on the side, spent 113,000 bucks building the MVP. Now over the last 30 days or over the last quarter, 16,589 scans across 58 QR codes distributed across TV, billboards, transit, print media, and packaging. It's helping him grow the brand. He opened it up to everyone else to purchase now. They can pay $5 a month to get access. They're doing 140 bucks a month right now in revenue. But again, side project, eating his own dog food. We'll see what happens next. Dante, thanks for taking us to the top.
Thanks, man. Have a good one.
One more thing before you go. We have a brand new show every Thursday at 1 p.m. Central. It's called Shark Tank for SaaS. We call it Deal or Bust. One founder comes on, three hungry buyers. They try and do a deal live, and the founder shares back-end dashboards, their expenses, their revenue, ARPU, CAC, LTV, you name it, they share it. And the buyers try and make a deal live. It is fun to watch every Thursday, 1 p.m. Central. Additionally, remember, these recorded founder interviews go live. We release them here on YouTube every day at 2 p.m. Central. To make sure you don't miss any of that, make sure you click the subscribe button below here on YouTube, the big red button, and then click the little bell notification to make sure you get notifications when we do go live. I wouldn't want you to miss breaking news in the SaaS world, whether it's an acquisition, a big fundraise, a big sale, a big profitability statement, or something else. I don't want you to miss it. Additionally, if you want to take this conversation deeper and further, we have by far the largest private Slack community for B2B SaaS founders. You want to get in there. We've probably talked about your tool if you're running a company, or your firm if you're investing. You can go in there and quickly search and see what people are saying. Sign up for that at nathanlatka.com/Slack. In the meantime, I'm hanging out with you here on YouTube. I'll be in the comments for the next 30 minutes. Feel free to let me know what you thought about this episode. And if you enjoyed it, click the thumbs up. We get a lot of haters that are mad at how aggressive I am on these shows, but I do it so that we can all learn. We have to counter those people. We got to push them away. Click the thumbs up below to counter them, and know that I appreciate your guys' support. All right, I'll be in the comments. See ya.